The other new product that's rumored that they mentioned in the Mac Rumors article was also the AirPods Studios, which would be like the over-the-ear headphones, like the over-the-ear AirPods that have been rumored for a while. So these, I think that these would probably be like the least likely to be released on Tuesday. I think this would have to be part of a press conference. I think if this is a real product, then it'll probably release next year. Well, I wouldn't be me if I didn't get predictions like 125% wrong, but it's fine because Apple announced the AirPods Max. So let's go ahead together as a people and check it out. I am here today to answer a simple question, and that is Apple insane? Maybe not. So let's go ahead first and just break down everything we know about these over-the-ear AirPods Max. So they're gonna be $549 US. They're launching on December 15th. They're already available for pre-order. And they come in 5 colors, which is silver, space gray, green, sky blue, and pink. I'm not sure why some of the colors get more descriptive names than others. They're gonna have 20 hours of battery life. Apparently they're gonna be able to charge 1.5 hours from a 5-minute charge. It is charging over Lightning. It's gonna include a Lightning to USB-C cable in the box. It also is gonna come with a soft case, and when you put it in the soft case, it's gonna put it into a low power mode, and then the case, of course, accessorizes with the actual headphones, so it's the same color as the headphones. The soft case kind of looks like a bra to me, but that's just me personally. Not that I'm into that kind of thing. Frame itself is aluminum. The ear cups are going to be detachable. They're made of this mesh fabric, and they're magnetic, so you can literally pull them off. AKA, Apple's probably going to accessorize those because it's Apple. They have to be able to sell some kind of accessory so you can personalize it. But honestly, though, if they do sell like customizable ear cups, it's kind of a cool idea. And plus, over time, they're going to wear down because they're going to get nasty, you get sweat on them. So if you want to buy, a replacement pair, it seems like it'd be easy to do considering that they're just magnetic. But it's probably going to be pretty expensive. I don't expect them to be any less than $100. It also stole some buttons from the Apple Watch. So it's not only taking the home button or the back button. I can't remember what this button's for now. The weird switcher button. So that's going to be like your transparency button to turn off noise canceling or let in outside noise. And then it's also going to use the digital crown similar to what the Apple Watch has, and that's going to be for volume control and skipping tracks. I'm not clear on if it actually clicks in like the Apple Watch does, because the volume control makes sense, you rotate it, but I wonder if you click it in or something and it switches to like track skipping mode, or if you click it to skip tracks. They weren't really too clear about it, but those are the 2 physical buttons, and I actually applaud them for that because I have the Sony WH-1000 XM3s, and they have the touch controls, and they really suck. So having physical controls to me is still a win as far as headphones. And then, of course, since they have the AirPod name, they're going to have a lot of the AirPod features like the AirPods Pro. They're going to have the whole spatial audio where it does the surround sound, and if you're watching on a tablet, it tracks with your movements. And then it's also going to have, of course, the automatic switching like the Beats products do, like the current generation, and the AirPods Pros. So that's a basic overview of the headphones. It does use like this metal swivel thing for the ear cups, so they can kind of move in a lot of different directions, and they claim the headband is really stretchy and it's like a mesh material on the top. So yeah, from a design standpoint, it's really going to be subjective. From a feature standpoint, it sounds like it's going to be pretty much the same as the AirPods. Of course, they're going to be over-the-ear headphones. So in the rumors video, I mentioned that there was a rumor at one point where they said that they were going to track your movements, so that way if you put the headphones on backwards, they could tell which way was left or right. That wasn't true. I just wanted to put that out there. I think that was before the AirPods spatial audio became a thing, when I heard that rumor. So I think that's what that tech ended up being used for. So that tech is technically in there. They're just using it to track your head for spatial audio, not so you can put the headphones on backwards, because clearly inside of the headphones is marked left and right. So I did notice that. So I was wrong about several things in my predictions video. So with that out of the way, let me tell you why I was wrong in my predictions video, because I predicted that Apple would release over-the-ear headphones in a crowded market where you already have Bose and Sony that kind of have a lock on that $300 to $400 price range. But I was an idiot because I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but Apple does own Beats. I mean, we have some Beats solos in the house somewhere, and I have my old Beats Studios, so I've definitely had Beats, but they still have Beats and they still have headphones competing in that price range. I didn't predict that they would go well above that price range and go against like the higher end headphones, like the Bang and Olufsen, if I pronounced that right, or some of the Sennheisers. So some of those headphones. So that's who they're going against. Because I was like, you know, if they're going to release a headphone to go against that $300 to $400 market, that's going to have to be a press conference thing to convince people why they should buy it over these other headphones. But they just price them way higher, and they're like, look, we're not even worried about them. Our headphones are better. That's pretty much what they're saying. I feel like that's kind of their marketing about it. Like, well, our headphones are more expensive because they're better. And they didn't outright say that, but I feel like that's what's going to be in consumers' minds for most people. A lot of people probably aren't even going to wait for the reviews to come out that really want these. They're just going to go ahead and buy them as far as, testing the sound quality. And as far as sound quality, that's always going to be subjective. They are Bluetooth, and I'm sure Apple can make them sound really good, but there also comes a point of diminishing returns right now with Bluetooth versus what you can do with higher end wired headphones as far as sounds, because you could hook up amplifiers and DACs, but obviously you're getting way up there in price when you start talking about that. So I don't know if they'll sound that much better. I'm sure they'll have their own distinct sound, kind of like the HomePod does, like I mentioned in my HomePod Mini unboxing. But is it going to be $200 better than the WH-1000 XM4s or the Bose 700s? I don't think so. I mean, they might, like I said, they might sound different, but I don't think the sound is going to be like that much more impressive where it's going to justify the $200 price point. And then the weird thing about being at that price point too is like, usually that's when you start to reach like the prosumer a little bit, but they marketed these as being just wireless headphones. They're actually not. I actually had to dig a little bit because I was like, they can't just be wireless headphones. So they are $549 and they charge via Lightning, but you can actually connect a Lightning to 3.5 millimeter adapter to use them as wired headphones too. Apple just started selling the adapter. It's $35. Apparently it also works for like some of the Beats headphones. So yeah, they're actually selling their official Lightning to 3.5 millimeter cable. As I said, adapter is actually just a cable. It actually terminates to a 3.5 millimeter versus the old headphone jack one that was just a Lightning to headphone jack. So if you bought that and the official Apple cable, that adds another $35 to it, to the price. That brings it to like $585 if you want wired audio. So I just don't think from like a professional standpoint, I don't know if that's gonna be like of interest. I don't know if they're really going to be tuned for those type of environments. They're probably just going to be more for entertainment than for professional use. But if you technically want to buy them and use them for like music editing, you still can get the adapter, so you don't have to worry about Bluetooth latency, because that still is an issue, especially if you're doing music, and even somewhat if you're editing videos. That's an issue because if the audio is slightly off sync, that can really throw you off. I still think that these are going to be aimed at consumers mostly, and I don't think that they're going to be that much better sound quality wise than those $300 to $400 headphones. I think the reason they're so much more expensive is the build quality. You got aluminum. I'm guessing they're probably going to put a haptic engine in there for the digital crown. That's going to add some cost to it. These are my Sony WH-1000 XM3s, and I love these headphones. And the XM4s are, very similar as far as the body, and these retail for $350, but these are mostly plastic. They actually, you can hear them creak if you stretch them out. Like, they're a solid build quality. This part's leather, and then it has some metal right here, but 90% of this is plastic, and they're still $350. Apple is making an all aluminum headphones with probably a haptic engine and all kinds of advanced features and probably a better Bluetooth chip. We want to be honest about it, for $550. I'm going to say, just by looking at it, that the build quality is probably going to be better than the Sony's. It's probably going to be better than the Bose 700s. It is kind of getting into that like nicer tier headphones where they actually put a lot more thought into the body of the headphones and they sound good. So as far as them being overpriced, like my initial thought was definitely like, oh, they're overpriced. But then when I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, but the build quality, I can see how that can be $200 more. I still think they're definitely making a big profit off of them. Though I'm not going to lie to you, they're definitely making a big profit. But I can see with the build quality that kind of justifying the price a little bit. but they're definitely making a profit. If you are interested in getting these headphones, like I am, I'm gonna wait to see. I mean, I definitely have to get the adapter for the wired connection because I use them too much on my desktop, and my desktop doesn't have Bluetooth. But I'm gonna say I will wait for some reviews, wait till they get out there and see how they perform. Definitely before you go and spending like PS5 money on some headphones. Like that's PS5 money, that's RTX 3070 money. Like that's a new graphics card right there, baby. Like what is you doing if you buying them headphones for that price? But like I said, Apple's gonna put their little official stamp on it, and that automatically raised the price. So with the AirPods Max, which the name is kind of like, I don't like it that much, I'm gonna be honest. The Max thing is kind of getting old. So with the AirPods Max, this is really in Apple's mind, in my opinion at least, where they see their headphone line at, because you're gonna have your Beats, and those are gonna be your lower to mid-tier headphones, and then the AirPods, you know, AirPods Pro and Max in their respective categories, like true wireless and over the ears, are their high-end headphones. So it's like if you want cheaper headphones from them, you can get Beats, which still have a lot of the same features as AirPods as far as like automatically connecting to devices. You just have to deal with power buttons. They're not as elegant. Even though I love my Power Beats Pros, they're still not as seamless as AirPods, but that's mainly because they're, you know, behind the ear headphones. But yeah, I think they see them as like their mid-tier headphones, also like their workout headphones. And I think they see the Beats as competing with those $300 headphones, and the AirPod Max are like, if you want some really nice headphones, buy these. Anyway, I rambled long enough. I'll be back on Sunday with some more tech news, and then I'll be back next Wednesday with my Black Friday haul, since, you know, stuff did happen yesterday to talk about. But let me know what you think of the AirPods Max. Are they overpriced? Be honest with me. You can be real with me. Do you think they're overpriced? I'm gonna say they are a little bit, but let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, and subscribe, and always do at least 2 things at the same time.